This is me. I'm tinier and blonder, but nothing else has really changed. I'm still a huge nerd, I'm still super into Pokemon and dragons, I still love reading fantasy and science fiction, I still like school, and I am still a super weird kid. Sure, I know a lot more than I did then, and I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've grown from them, mostly. Still working on a few. Anyway, this is me where the story gets relevant. Grade 10 math. Yes, math. Did you know that I freaking loved math and science? Oh yeah, I still also loved English, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but before grade 10 math, it could have easily been something in science. My life could have been totally different. Except I had this really, really shitty teacher. We'll call him Mr. K. The other thing you have to know is that I was in an enhanced class of really capable kids labeled smart with terrible behavioral issues. In grade 9 math, with our awesome teacher, Miss S, we had a collective average of 90%. By the end of grade 10, our collective average was 76%. I personally plummeted from a 90 to a 74. Now that doesn't really sound so bad. Yeah, it's a B in the Ontario system, but there's nothing wrong with a B, right? So wrong. Mr. K couldn't teach more than one type of student. I was not that one type, which means I learned nothing in grade 10 math. I also sucked forever after that at every math concept that built off another math concept. Who had never gotten a C in anything in their entire life, failed their physics exam because I couldn't solve a single math problem. Now, this is probably the moment where I started thinking about wanting to become a teacher for 3 reasons. 1, my future had been largely determined by one really, really shitty teacher and a complete lack of school resources to help compensate for his bad teaching. And 2, nobody friggin' noticed. 3, this really shouldn't happen to kids because it's ridiculous and awful. I never really recovered from that class. I love science, but from a conceptual angle since I can't get the math. My university didn't even offer any beginning math courses for anyone who hadn't taken grade 12 math. Like 17-year-old me was going to take grade 12 math when I could take things I understood and was good at. So naturally I drifted more strongly towards ELA and history. And that's when I took Mr. Shaw's grade 12 literature course. This is me and Mr. Shaw at my graduation with the dictionary I was awarded for winning the English prize. He was a giant Caribbean man with the voice of God, 2 PhDs, and he taught me the hell out of post-colonial literature. That's when I decided I was going to university for English, and later to become a teacher. Mr. Shaw hit my heart by showing me how many other cultures are erased in the ELA classroom by European narratives that really don't matter to a lot of kids. So, to sum up, I really became a teacher because of one really terrible one and one really great one. Because of the two of them, I decided that education needed a serious reform to prevent my situation from happening again. Which I know is a really lofty goal, but I can dream, right?